Friday. Thank God it's Friday here on lichess and Twitch. International Master Slaggy. Astrobait just subscribed with tier 3. Double exclamation. Cheers to you, Astrobait, for being our biggest fan. #1 honorary fan of the stream. That's awesome, dude. We got a quote. What did I just see? Troll in a Roll says, skip Schlickengruber, please. Astrobait says, pawns are the soul of the game. They alone form the attacking defense. Francois André Daniken Philidor. That's a cool name. Eric von Daniken. Alright, Schieberspieler is here. He's down to 24.95. What's up, Bob? Good to see you guys. Good to see Schieberspieler. Guys, don't forget, so I've got to send another reminder, but Sunday, 3 o'clock, is our team battle. Can you get an analysis today? Sure, Bob. If you want to do an analysis of your game instead of a blitz game. Yeah, a lot of people, unfortunately, we couldn't do analysis yesterday. Sorry about that. Troll in a Roll. I'm going to take the troll challenge first, because we got to get warmed up. Schieberspieler. He's too strong to play, like, cold calling. He would just crush me if I wasn't even remotely warmed up. I've got to at least move the chess pieces a little bit here. So I'm going to take the challenge with Troll. Bob, you're welcome to do an analysis. I don't mind. But other than that, we're going to keep the challenges flowing. So make an exception for Bob. What's up, Schieberspieler? So tell me what your plan is. You've got another tournament? Are you going to play in the... I don't understand that Benko Memorial or whatever. I thought that was already happened. Are you going to play in another tournament this summer? It's like the end of August to the beginning of September? The Rigo tournament? I'm totally confused because I misunderstood. I thought that tournament had already taken place. A Chestnut, good morning. What's up? Your next tournament is Veszprem. Oh. So what about that Rigo thing at the Balaton? Does that... I'm confused. So he has like more than one tournament called the Benko Memorial or something? Anyway, I'm having a discussion trying to have a conversation with Schieberspieler about Hungarian chess tournaments. It has taken place, but there'll be one more. Oh, so that's what confused me. There's more than one with the same name or something. So Troll in a Roll is getting kind of hyper modern here today. Unusual. I mean, he usually occupies the center, but he's hitting me with like the C4, B4. Very good piece mobility. See this? Excellent piece mobility for white. And, you know, I can try to occupy the center. What do I do on a capture on F6? I'm going to lose my nugget. He's threatening bishop F6, queen H7. I hate knights in the corner in chess 960. What's up, guys? So, Sunday streamer battle and simul, 3 o'clock and 6:30. The latter. Knight F3. I'm going away Monday through Friday, so you guys are going to have to live without me. Yesterday we had a raid from King Crusher. That was funny. Alright, Knight F3. I guess E6. I'm a little nervous about Knight G5, but that's probably not something I should be that concerned about. What's up, Jim? LOL. King Crusher. He's not a bad guy. He's put in a lot of work here, streaming, to help develop the whole industry. Schieberspieler, as an honorary captain, I would like to encourage every viewer to play on Sunday's Mega Battle. Oh, so that's why Premier subscribed. Alright, this feels like a Queen's Indian now. Weird. It's a queen b8, queen's Indian. 200 for poor Jim. Yes. I was hoping we get some bits in for the end of the month. Nice job, Jim. It's been a slow month for bits. Thanks to Twitch. I appreciate it, though. Every little bit you can donate. Bishop c2, cranking up the pressure on that diagonal. There's still... The real point is e4 for white here, right? Though he could just play knight g3. I have this, like, problem. I have, like, a fear of playing d5, I think, with black. Psychological traumatization for, like, every time I play a queen's Indian with d5, I lose. Fear of queen's gambit structures, I think. It's really bad. What if I just castle? Castle into those diagonals. It looks kind of spicy. e4 is a threat, though. Serious threat to take over the center. And I don't have enough control of the center here. How about knight f4? How does he defend against knight f4? It doesn't look right. But he can play, like... He can't castle. g3 is weakening. Knight f4 is a funny move, but he might have to play, like, rook g1. That would be messed up. If white has to play... If he truly has to play, like, rook g1... I mean, you could play g3, actually. It's worthy of consideration, but I don't know if it's sound. Damn, I guess d5 is the principled move here. But my white squares are too weak. There's this. That's very scary. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. Castles e4. White center is just rolling. This looks awful. d5, bishop a4 check, or pawn takes pawn followed by bishop a4 check. That also looks awful. I guess d5, pawn takes pawn, bishop a4 check, c6. I still don't like my position strategically. The more you work, the less money you have, Jim. Alright, that's... I don't know what to do. He's going to run me over. e4, e5, Asterbait. Asterbait's favorite Owen defense theme, allowing e4, e5, which I really don't want to do. I could play e5 myself, but it would require, like, sacrificing a pawn. Man, if I had one more tempo, d6, e4, e5, pawn takes pawn, knight takes, bishop takes, castles. I could try to sacrifice a pawn, but it looks awful. Knight takes, rook e8. Man, I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to get run over. There goes all my time. I guess we'll castle. I hate the way you have to castle. This is ridiculous to spend my whole time Alexander Ivanov style. He used to use up all his time with sudden death and no increment, and then, like, have to make, like, 30 moves with his flag hanging to make the next time control. Reshevsky was famous for that too, although I never actually met Reshevsky. Sadly. Reshevsky was famed for time pressure. Zeitnot. A movie ticket. Did you go to the double feature at the Adult Film Center? They didn't let you in at that age. Shady Bob. Alright, he just castled. I'm surprised by this. Whoa. We were not prepared. So, we killed his bishop on a1 for now. It still has some influence. You never know what Troll's going to do. I have the feeling he might play that. I don't think that c5 is a bad move. I gotta get this bishop off the back row. Well, honestly, Schieberspieler, I mean, that's why I do the 3-second increment. You're probably more used to playing with the 2-second increment. But I designed a 3-second increment so I can survive a long time, basically. This exchange is a little premature. I like the 1500 rating. Five-second increments. Whoa, that's a serious problem. Troll is out for blood today. Blood or money? My position is highly dubious, but it's been that way since the beginning. This is chess 960. Wow. Holy crap. It's like playing an engine. I don't have any chance here. I'm just completely dead. Well, he can lose on time. I missed b5. It was a bad idea to play a5, but already I was screwed. I think I was just lost, like positionally lost. Even knight f5 is interesting there. Whoa. Dude, what's that? I thought I lost on time. That's so funny. Are you serious? I thought I lost on time. I just saw the screen go bloop, and he just dropped the bishop and resigned. So you're resigning in lost position, but this is stupid, man. This is over. It's like bishop takes e5, bishop takes c5, bishop takes f6, and you have like a +2 position, right? +2, +5, whatever. So that's the only move. I have to play this. How can I not play bishop takes c5 here? And now bishop f6, gf6. Honestly, I didn't think this would be like +11 for white. Wow. That's kind of hardcore. +11? It's kind of rude. I'm not even down that much material. I'm down one pawn. I'm down one pawn and it's +11. That's sick. But I'm getting mated here. Man. Why does it say his center pawn loss is so high because of the blunder of the bishop at the end? Why was I better at one point? Wow, I'm actually better here. That's crazy. Because of b5? What? That's instructive. b5, e4. Black is actually better. That's shocking. I don't feel warmed up, guys. Was castles the right move I spent all my time on? Computer thinks I'm better here. It shows how pessimistic I am by nature. Man. Honestly, I thought white's got to be better here. Alright, troll gaming the game with a silly blunder. I'm going to take my beating now from Schieberspieler. Raise his confidence for the team battle. Normal chess now. I can't play the Marazzi again. I resigned from playing the Marazzi. Not going to do that. Don't want to play Marazzi with this guy. G3. He plays like Boguslavsky. Bringing up good memories for Schieberspieler. The Boguslavsky attack. Who focused hardest will win. Yeah, this is a good positional line for white, though. Seriously. G3 is very solid. Very solid. Yeah, I managed to beat him in Zalakarosh, but it wasn't a very convincing game. I've only had like 2 games in this line in my life. The other one was against an IM in Serbia years ago. So, H3, I guess that's normal. But this is a little bit too mainline for me. Probably Schieberspieler knows what he's doing here. Very positional, very safe for white. Got a little space advantage thanks to pawn on e4. I gotta find something trickier here against this line. This is too mainstream. You know what you're doing after e4? Me neither. Yeah, d6, g3. I probably ought to look at it rather than just necessarily transposing into a main line. Rather than just transposing into a main line, Fianchetto Dragon, I should probably look for something you know, more original for black. V for g3. It's very, very solid. Your king is safe. You got a little space advantage. And it's like torturous for black. I don't really like opening the A file either. This is what happened in my first game in this variation years ago when I lost. I can't remember the guy's name now. It was a good Serbian player. But it's funny how infrequently people play this line against me. You know, I almost played 6 bishop g4, but it's kind of a crappy move. White just plays f3 there. It's actually better for him. Very hard to generate counterplay. I mean, unless you happen to have like a one-move tactic or something. We're going to go for knight c4. What if I play b4 here? b4, knight d5. That's probably cleanest. b4, knight d5, pawn d5, and then do it. Keep it clean. So now bishop takes h3 is much less complicated. I was worried about the other variation, though. It was really complicated with... See, if I did it right away, bishop takes h3. Saeed. I Saeed it. Playing e4. Now we have to be careful. I don't like that. Knight on d4. That's not happening. No, no. No, no, no. No, no. No knights on d4. No knights on c6. Alright. So, rook b5. He's winning his pawn back here. I guess I can play knight e4. Knight e4, queen d3, knight c5, knight e4, queen e3, knight c5. There we go with like bishop g7, king g7, possible knight d4. Getting a little annoying. How about tactics? I don't have tactics. Never have any sort of tactics for work. It's just not right. Queen a5. I'm wasting all my time again. He had one tactic. I want more. Queen d7 felt more natural, but it doesn't work. But I'm telling him all my tactics now. Need for b7. Queen d7, rook b4. Actually, why did I avoid that variation? Queen d7 was fine. Queen d7 was okay. Queen d7, rook b4, knight b5. I don't know why that's bad. I'm up a pawn. Like a dragon structure. See what I did now? That annoying A file. I'm going to take your pawn. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful. I love bishops. His knight's pretty good too. I don't think knight e4 ever worked, Bob, but it was an interesting variation that was very complicated. I didn't see anything that it worked in conjunction with, like, clearly a forcing move that needs to be analyzed every turn. So you're on the right track, but I don't have fast enough calculation. I couldn't really calculate everything. I didn't see anything clear. Guys, I'm taking challenges in Blitz. Everyone's welcome to play. If you have an established account with 100 rated games or more, this pawn is a goner. I could have played rook c5 right away. I'm not sure about my judgment here, but I wanted to pick this up. But we got back rank issues, clearly. We both have passed pawns. Send a challenge anytime. You got to be a registered account here on lichess with 100 games rated. Normally Schieber doesn't allow any tactics. Too many pawnies. Thanks for the game, man. Thank you for being our team captain. He's going to lead our team on Sunday. He's not going to play e4. Alright, Sunday team battle. Okay, I only have one challenge from MSOGG. Just got games. Let's play casual 5+3. You're only allowed to play d4 or knight f3 or c4. Or maybe g3. You're not allowed to play e4. Yeah, knight d5 looks like a standard position. I wasn't sure about h3, if that's main line or not. I don't know the variation well enough. I mean, h3 looks like a very normal move. I'm not sure if that's the main continuation or not. You already got your game. Bob, don't forget my analysis. Alright, we'll do your analysis next. Bob, you already submitted the game? H3 is the most popular? Okay. I have to say I wasn't sure. Yeah, I mean, I've played some GMs in Blitz. Roland Schmaltz, El Modiaki, some older generation players who used to play that against me. Really tough when you're playing like a GM who plays that line. Really well-prepared guys are vicious with that fianchetto line. But it's not really trendy. You don't encounter it very often. And most e4 players are violent by nature. So White's got this Grob down pretty well here. Grinding out the Grob. You gotta like the way he played this. It's one of the best Grobs I've ever seen. It's almost like a hippo Grob. And he's super fast too. It's a Grippo. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The e4 square I'm not crazy about. He's used 8 seconds for the first 10 moves. Damn, dude. It's a serious... he's 1830 in Rapid with 1500 in Blitz. Serious Grob player. So I guess I'm going to have to play f4. Castles. f4 is pretty risky. This guy is like insanely fast. But for this time control, probably not a good idea to play that fast. What just happened? I can take on f4. Or we can play d4. Kind of like d4. Then f5. Yeah, I better not. He'll play f5, lever it, and win my h-pawn. This is safer. White's playing too fast, dude. This is a 5+3 game against a titled player. You're playing like you're playing bullet. It seems like too quick. Still, he's playing incredibly. But I don't know why we play 5+3. I just can't give enough lectures to this effect. You gotta sort of have more than one speed that you play. It's like there's just one speed. A one-speed bicycle. Bishop h3. No pain, no brain. No brain. So what's happening here? Takes on b4. Can I sack a piece? Kind of like it. The a-pawn is really strong. Did I have knight a2 check? This is not a bullet game. You gotta slow down, dude. It's too late now. White's playing bullet against a higher rated player in 5+3. But now he just lost in one move. I mean, I guess he should take the knight on b4. But we had a lot of play. Honestly. It's just bad management. Alright. We need a new manager. Dude, what is that? Jim, what was that? Someone hacked your account? I think we have a Twitter hack. Jim has been hacked. Guys, welcome to the stream. We're taking Open Blitz challenges 5+3. I never click on anything, Bob. Click on anything at your own risk. Normally I would trust Jim, but I think his account has been hacked by Brittany. All right. Yevgeny Viktorovich, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being a member of our team. Sunday team battle, 3 o'clock. Yeah, what is that? Oh, it goes on. What is Jim? Jim just suddenly came with that. Yevgeny Viktorovich, do we have this before? Yeah, your extension is smart. It's weird that Jim got hacked from one message to the next. So now knight f6. How does that work? Why can't I like play e5 and take on d4? This is a pawn sack. This is your brain on drugs. You guys are too young to remember that. Advertising campaign. Knight takes e5. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to do that. How do you feel? Knight takes d4, knight takes e5. Bishop e5 check. Oh. Then he goes back. Weird position. Oh, let's do it. That's actually mainline theory. This is freaky. Well, I don't want to trade pieces if I can help it. So I'm going to check. Yeah, this is a demented sort of IQP. He studied this. Just your keyboard went crazy? Yeah, that's what they all say. When they get their account hacked by Twitter trolls. Jim's been hacked by QAnon and the yellow vests. Now let's see, castles, knight takes c6, what are we going to do? Maybe just like not trading pieces. Well, anyway, I don't have to decide now, I can wait. Wait a minute. So basically we just end up with an IQP position where I don't really want to trade pieces. And I don't want my knight on b3. So I guess we have to play like knight e2. Which is really suboptimal. Actually, it just sucks. How about c2? Alright. I don't trust my position. I don't think that I'm better, but maybe it's not that bad. Middle game strategy in action. Avoidance of exchanges with isolated queen pawn. Or any sort of inferior long-term structure. This knight is on a weird track. I mean, it would prefer to be on c3. I'm guarding the b4 square. Okay, black's knights are weird too, so this isn't so bad actually. Guys, welcome to my stream, International Master William Paschall, aka Sludgy. We're taking Blitz challenges 5-3 casual against everybody with some rated games, sort of established an account on lichess. I don't like playing guests, aka players with less than 100 rated games, new accounts. Yesterday I played a computer as a guest on my phone. Dude, this is so lame. It's just so pathetic. People that cheat with computers. Get a life. It's like, you can just tell, man. Sheeberspieler, I'll see you Sunday. Encourage everybody to be part of the streamer battle on Sunday. We've got 3 o'clock Sunday CEST. I'm playing, Sheeberspieler's playing. Yeah, Jim's getting desperate. The 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 job's just not cutting it. He needs more money to donate bits. You can sell hydrochloroquine on the internet or something. Chloroquine. Whatever it is. This knight, man, the sneaky knight. Sneaky knight is coming to get you. But he played like a6. Now where's the knight gonna go? I like this c2 knight. It's actually not that bad. Go through here. You don't have to be sorry. We're just kidding. He did manage to trade a set of pizzas. Yeah, Yevgeny's position is pretty sketchy. So do we win a pawn here? Is that... Should we be settling for such droll? Then it seems lame to take this pawn. Totally lame. I should have gone for a more direct attack, but I don't know what it was, where it was. What site? Bob, try to control your hormones. I hate grabbing this pawn. It's so materialistic. And I completely missed this move. Holy crap. No. Oh my god. My queen is almost trapped. Wow. My queen is trapped. You're kidding me. You're even kidding me. Queen almost trapped. Bishop f4, rook a7. That's sick. I knew the pawn was a bad idea. Always trust your instincts. Don't. If your instincts say don't grab pawn, don't grab pawn. Gotta learn to trust the instincts. I can't believe how dumb I am to take that pawn. Like a big guppy. If we're still winning, it's luck, pure luck. I completely missed knight c6 and trapping the queen. I don't know what I was thinking. I just didn't think. Bob, what are you talking about? No one knows what you're talking about. Is this something that, like... Is that, like, the link that Jim posted and nobody's willing to click? Is that what you're talking about? Chess cam girls? We've got a lot of those now. It's like chess cam girls? Soft porn? What are we talking about here? Bob should start a business. Chess porn. Anyways, this is a family channel, so we're not going to go there. But I'm not that much of a prude. We can be open and honest here. Knight e5. But players under 2,000 have to resort to pornography to popularize their streams, I guess. I understand. My queen is not trapped. Sometimes my play is so bad it looks like pornography. But we're getting a little more warmed up today. Pornographic blunders. Yevgeny Viktorovich might be related to Troll at a Roll. I'm beginning to wonder. What a move. I love that. Now my queen is trapped. Man, you gotta love the bishop e5. Wait. Man, I don't have anything. Bishop h6. Bishop h6 is kind of a funny move. I don't know if it works. I'm afraid he has like a wicked answer to that. Bishop h6, rook f7, bishop b5. That's kind of funny. We want a pawn anyway. Bishop e3. Which bishop do you want? Bishop e3 is a blunder. I must take now. Take now. Forever hold your peace. I'm up 2 pawns. But this isn't so easy. That's a little concerning. He's hanging on here. Not in the mood to resign. This is awkward. King f3? It looks like I'm getting in a mating net or something. Too many pawns on the wrong color here. I don't really like it. Now I'm only 1 pawn up. I do have g4. It looks pretty strong. Except for the fact that it's not. It's not going anywhere. We can pick off that e5 pawn at will. Wheel. Wheel. William. Torture. I enjoy a little torture. How's your space doing? But he is defending very, very impressively. Wow, my time. Oh no. This whole queening thing is too slow. Raise your hand if you agree. How many seconds does it take to like click queen or whatever? It's like I'm waiting for it. Like, wait a minute, let me get out my molasses and pour myself some sweetener for my coffee or something. I mean, it takes like 5 seconds to press the queen for it to register. And sometimes, like, it doesn't register. I know I have to set it for auto promote. Screw it. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm going to play Bob now. I mean, I'm going to do Bob's analysis now. But still, dude, it's like, why is it so slow? It takes forever for, like, the little choice to pop up, and then clicking it takes, like, half an hour. Yesterday, I lost at least 1 game on time. Okay, I should set it to auto promote, I know. But still, there's occasional need for knights. Where's my options, man? This is enough. I can't do it anymore. Where's the option for auto promote? Never. When pre-moving, always. It's ridiculous. They gotta make that, like, animation or whatever faster. You can set that in between one. On pre-move, really? You think when you're under 5 seconds the auto promote is automatic? Yeah, you're probably right, Bob. I should probably change the animation setting or whatever. Alright, we're gonna do Bob's analysis. This is a very, very unusual request. updated analysis, Bob? Bob playing white against Ginger GM. I mean, Ginger 6-4. It's Ginger from Gilligan's Island. Doesn't matter. I guess I played him. I don't remember. He's been on my stream. D4, G6. I love the modern defense against D4 especially. So, I mean, objectively, E4 is the best move here. AGL 20 is best. I didn't notice you earlier. Welcome. So C4, believe me, I have a lot of games of this, Bob. I just mentioned it last night. Alexander Ivanov was like my biggest threat when I lived in New England. He was the strongest player in the region, and I played him like probably 7 modern defenses. I was usually playing, but I think, you know, E4 here is a purist move. I don't know if you're ready for that yet. After Bishop G7. You play Knight F3. Schieber-Spieler probably likes Knight F3, but I think there's something beautiful about E4. But there's a little bit of a weakness on the dark squares, so black gets enough counterplay. H4 is not so good. Not here. We love H4 here on my stream. But that's just for the Panda. So anyways, Bob plays Knight F3. The one move, you know, you can also play Knight C3. You have to be prepared to play this position after C5, D5, Bishop takes C3. The Beefeater variation. AKA the Hergot. Some people refer to it as the Gingy Indian. But Gingy really came to the game a little bit late there. He did a lot of work on it, though. Alright. But Knight F3, D6, Knight C3, Bishop G4. This is kind of an unusual move. I don't have a system here I'm really happy with. I play E3 as well, like the computer's recommending. It's funny, I had a student who had a game similar to this some months ago. And he also like tried to force Bishop G5. But I'm going to say that I play Bishop G5 against the King's Indian a lot. And even there, it's just kind of okay. But I think it's not so good when black hasn't... It's like playing, I don't know, the London system against the modern. Black hasn't played Knight F6 yet. And black has a lot of flexibility. And this type of H6, Bishop H4, F5, I don't... Your bishop is just like a human target on G5. Yeah, so... I mean, E4 transposes to a modern variation. That's a gutsy move. But it's, again, weakness on D4. So E3 is reluctantly what I would recommend here. That's what I've played. I mean, this isn't really correct. He doesn't really want to give up his bishop for nothing. It's basically a bluff. Black doesn't really want to trade this necessarily. So... they might give up the bishop for not enough. But this is a bad move, I think. And this is a bad move. Now Bishop G4 is just inappropriate. It's a good question here as to whether you should play H3 or not. You might almost be, like, justifying his position. I like E3. But we don't have much like a small advantage. I'm thinking that black should play Bishop F5 now. Alright, Bishop takes F3 is reasonable too. Yeah, I don't like H3. You definitely need to just play like E3 or E4. Probably E3, keeping with your structure. But H3 is too early. Now he doubles your pawns. Still, like, you're okay. How should you take back here? I probably prefer to take toward the center. But H3 is a move I'd rather not have made. An offer you can't refuse. I wish the pawn was back on H2. It would be less weaknesses. So I prefer to take this way, keep my pawns all in one. Very powerful, sort of united island. This is Gilligan's Island. And Ginger's over there. Now you have like 2 islands. It's okay though. It's actually fine too. I think that this is okay. It's not a mistake, it's a matter of taste. Knight c6, d5. See, here what you can do is you can use the f-pawn as a lever, or like a disposable sacrificial lamb. The advanced f4, f5, very, very dangerous. I saw a game not long ago. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta fix something. So, just a brief analysis here of one game, then we're going to get back to Blitz challenges. But, yeah, this f4, f5 is a really strong idea in this type of structure. For example, computer is pushing for d5. I like making that pawn backward on e7, and something like f4, f5, if we can set up somehow bishop d3, f4, f5. But let's see what happens. So knight c6, and Bob just goes nuts now with h4. This is... Am I taller than my door? Yes. Am I taller than the door? I don't know. It's close. 7-5. But h4, man, you're like a caveman. Ooga booga. h4. Get out the clubs. Grab him by the hair. He's worse than President Trump. Damn, dude. This is inappropriate, I think. Very inappropriate behavior, Bob. Alright, h6. I'm not sure if h6 is good, but it's probably not bad. Correct. This is an excellent move. I mean, h5 isn't a threat, and h4 feels like a weakening and a waste of time. Like, if you have legitimate chances to play h5, maybe it wouldn't be bad. Maybe you can try to go crazy with g4, h5 later on, or g4, g5. Bishop e3 is a good move. Now, Ginger's going to concentrate on dark squares. What we don't want to end up is with like a bad white square bishop. That's our biggest fear here. Some sort of end game or middle game where you have a really shitty white square bishop. I mean, he can even consider this. I think he should. Because material means very little in opposite-colored bishop positions. Like, this is actually a really interesting sacrifice. And castles. And you can easily get roasted on the open file. If you go queenside, his bishop is extremely strong. I mean, I would probably prefer black in this position, even though white is up a pawn. I mean, so I think he should play knight d4. Knight e7, it looks like you can play like g4 and take away his f5 knight, or even just bishop d3. You have other interesting moves though, like knight d4, f4 looks pretty good. Undoubling your double pawn. Undoubling a double pawn. But anyways, I think you should play knight d4. Knight e7, bishop e2, passive. So here, either bishop d3 or g4, like something that plays against knight f5. You want to keep his knight on e7. It's in a bad position. It's getting in the way of the queen. It's in the way of everything. So you have your choice of two excellent moves here, but this is a developing move. I kind of prefer that. Black might have this, followed by f5 or knight f4. So I think therefore the computer wants to play g4. Maybe it is better. Bishop e2 is too passive. I was expecting him to play knight f5 now. He did not. So it's like a second chance to play g4. Though there's no magic bullet, like g4, f5, it's a game. You did play g4, very good. f5, it's a game. What did I say? And then you played f4. Why don't I like f4? Actually, f4 may not be that bad. The computer gives you a question mark. I mean, it's just a question that you need to develop. You need to develop your pieces. I think the idea of f4... The problem with it may be the e5 square. Yeah. First of all, you're not developing. Secondly, like he has e5 square for his pieces after this. And you're opening up his bishop on g7. Pretty much. Obviously. You don't have to worry about black. Like, if you're afraid of black playing f4, that's a big misjudgment. He's not really threatening to play f4. Because f4 will cede the e4 square to white, and then you just, like, pop back to d2, and you just own e4. The king side gets kind of sealed off, but you'll have the trash compactor on the queen side, like, whenever you want, with c4, c5. After f4, if black plays f4, but white's just, like, better, probably. So you don't have to fear that. f4 was not great. Yeah, you're scaring me, dude. Your king's in the middle of the board against a master level player. You just like lagged in development too much. I like your bishops, but it's too slow. You can't play with the king in the center of the board in an open game. And so like the computer is now saying, I guess, g5. Because it's getting open, and things are getting kind of wild here. Luckily, his knight is still on e7, which really sucks. If you think about it, like, he really kind of misplayed the position. I mean, look at that piece. He had a million chances to move it to f5 or move it to d4 in the first place, but instead it's on e7, and it's, like, screwing up his whole position. It's literally in the way of everything. The e-file, the queen, it can't move physically to any square except for g8 or c8. So you're like opening it up now, but your king's still in the center. And look at this freaking knight, man. Yeah. This is bad now. There's really nasty threats like coming in here. You're toast. And now you have to give up your good bishop for that. The knight in e5, which is probably a sensible decision. Try to castle queenside and hope to live. You know, that would be my advice. Queen g4 is interesting. The queen c2 is just a really lame. This is just a really weak, feeble sort of setup that a lot of people go for. But I mean, why not this? Like, you might have to live a little dangerously, like moving your king or something in the center, but we've been living dangerously here for ages. Not king f1. I mean, it looks playable. It's not that bad. But queen c2 is passive, and then you just... He had, like, knight here, knight f3 check. White is clearly in big trouble. So he takes there on c3, which is weird. This is just like a blunder by black. You want revenge? Okay. I'll do my best. King d2 does appear forced. Bishop e2 getting pinned, not really a good idea. And I'm not that worried about losing a pawn. This is worrisome. Objectively, you're losing now. It's too much material. I don't know what to recommend here. Rook f... This is bad. Maybe like rook h2 doesn't work. Rook f1 looks forced. I don't blame you for playing this. At least your king is safe. Frankly, I would have played rook f3. This is such a juicy pin for black. He still has to be a little bit careful. And the computer says it's equal in this position. What do you have, some sort of insane tactic or something? Bishop takes g6? I don't get it. Rook g1? How does rook g1 work? Oh man, you have like rook takes h4. So it works something like this. If a rook comes to f3, then you do like... What about that? Rook h4. His king can go here. Or to f7. What do you do on rook f3? Wow, you actually have this. Rook takes h4. Rook takes h4. Queen takes h4. Rook takes g6 check. Oh, of course. So king f8, and then your queen h8. You're all over him. That's amazing that you're saving the game here. It even looks like he could get mated. So you have at least a perpetual. It's amazing that black isn't lost. That's amazing. You played kind of badly, and you actually still have a saving move. But he made that huge mistake with bishop takes c3, which I don't like. Giving up his dark square bishop, it was not only a great attacker, but think about it. That was like the primary defender of his king side. That's why the fianchetto bishop is so important. The time control is 5 plus 3. Oh, the time control for this? We're playing 5 plus 3. This was 8 plus 3. Alright. So rapid chess here, and then, you know, Bob makes a kind of natural move, but it really doesn't pose any threat to black. It was still a little bit scary for black. But the more pieces we exchange, the more lost you are because of those two pawns on the outside. If he trades a few pieces, it's over. Man, so you missed your opportunity with that rook g1 a little bit sooner. But, I mean, I just can't... I can't stress enough like how recklessly you played. I mean, h4 is like marginally reckless, but for many, many moves, you left your king on e1. As the position became more and more dangerous, you just kind of left it there way too long. I mean, I would say it's just king safety, you know, tag, king safety, next game. Disrespect for king safety. That's all this is about. But he gave you the golden opportunity to save the game there with that freak move because he played bishop takes c3. But it shows the value of his bishop as a two-way player in this position. Well, it's good to maybe make yourself more aggressive intentionally. Alright, so Miro, what's up? Guys are welcome to challenge 5 plus 3. We just took a break here to analyze one game that I missed yesterday. But I want to primarily play Blitz. We've got an hour and 15 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes left. 5 plus 3. Obviously, there are positions where you can leave your king in the center, where it's called for. If you watch modern Grandmaster games, you see a lot of examples where they're just both going nuts. Nobody castles, you know, and everybody thinks, oh, you just do whatever you want. But it's a highly skilled, you know, a highly skilled player doing that. The Grandmaster you saw leave his king in the center. Depends on the position. That's the golden rule. But I stress a really principled approach to the game. So I lost against Kosic with queen takes d2. But I'm willing to try it again. I misplayed that game against him. Magnus plays this with black. But Magnus plays this d5 is the move here. It is not an exciting variation. So b6 now. I don't see anything wrong with b6. It seems reasonable. d5, anyone? It just feels overextending. It's not a very exciting position here. E3 is like the correct move. The white doesn't have much. It's so weird playing with my queen on D2. This doesn't feel right. I feel like I have absolutely nothing. White is like better by 0.1 centipawns. That's the kind of position this is. 0.1, half of a centipawn. I mean half of a tenth of a centipawn. 0.05 advantage to white here. Right. Well, the problem is, Jim, ranking, yeah. Basically ranking the priorities of the different... Prioritizing. Is that right? Does that sound right? Prioritizing? Doesn't sound right. Prioritizing. Whatever I say doesn't sound right. I hate when words are like that. It's like sometimes you spell words and they look weird when you try to spell them, even though they're spelled right. It's kind of like that. Prioritizing. Prioritizing. Is that what I said? I'm like an English language expert. 4 years of high school and 4 years of college, and I still can't say prioritizing. Okay, D6. Looks good. Very solid. I can play D5. My idiot misplaced queen on D2. Yeah, this looks like a good alternative to Magnus's line with D5. Perfectly okay for black. Chigoro might even play like bishop takes F3 and knight H5 here. It's not that stupid. Pascal Charbonneau used to play like that. Sometimes total Chigorin. The total Chigorin style. I don't want to put my pawns on white squares. I was making fun of Bob earlier for queen c2. I'm tempted to do it myself now. What would Tony Miles do? Reorganizing. Miles was amazing. He would just like trade all the pieces on e4 against me and then like kill me in the end game. He'll just do like h6, knight e4, knight e4, bishop e4, bishop e4, knight e4, and then crush me in a simple position. Another player who does that really well is like the English Grandmaster Keith Arkle. What is it with English Grandmasters? And crushing me in endgames. I don't know, am I a bad endgame player or a good one? Yesterday I lost to one of those Grandmasters in the Balkan arena. He like got all positional, and you don't expect people to play a really safe, solid positional game in 5-0. I'm used to the 3-0 hacker attacks with berserking. Before I knew it, I was like dropping a pawn in an endgame against that Kazakh guy. I was like, oh, okay, that's how you play chess. Oh no. I'm not used to people like trying to grind me down in endgames. Yeah, I probably would ban them. Is there a reason why you're asking that question? Mr. Coffee looks like Fridays is his day to sleep in. So I might need to take a stand. Yeah, I think we're going to go for the ban on that. Yeah, I played this IM from Austria named Adolf Herzog. Maybe he wasn't an IM. He was an FM, but he was like 2400. Could be one of his fans. I feel like Mihai Suba. How about f4? Karpovian, Botvinnik. These are the kind of players you need to study. Karpov, Botvinnik. Strategic understanding. That's Suba's book, Dynamic Chess Strategy. But he's a great modern player. Alright, so f4. Black can play e4. Damn, dude, you just didn't really think about that too long. I said you can play it. I didn't say you should play it. But it is definitely a resolute decision. I don't know if black should play it or not. But it can be played. Now, do I put pressure on the pawn, or do I maximize my bishop's mobility? This is going to change the position dramatically. There's a blockage on I-95. Now the board is essentially cut in two halves. So we can try to attack on either side. Sounds like one of your troll accounts, Bob. Inducing. Discussion and debate. Alright, so should I play d5? It just doesn't seem like he has much counterplay here. It's just too much space for white. We smother the queen side with a4 and then just go for the kill over here. I mean, black could also play g5. I love closed positions. Oh, his e4 pawn is really sensitive now, too. If I reorganize, like bishop d1, bishop c2, knight f2, could be... The e4 pawn just falls. He can protect 3 times. I can probably attack it 4 times if I get my queen on b1. I'm down to 16 seconds, I just realized. 5 plus 3. Guys, welcome to the stream. Encourage your family and friends to visit. Viewership's a little down. I don't know why. People don't want to learn how to play chess, apparently. They just want to continue to suck. If you want to continue to suck, then by all means don't watch my stream. Knight f2. So he's got the b5 break. This is a good move. But I really ought to consider going for this. Now he can't play bishop f5. I gotta watch tactics with knight takes f4. So bishop d1. Bishop d1 will pull away my b5 protection. I gotta be able to play a4 to stop a6, b5. We're ready to play king h1, rook g1, and continue the assault on the king side. I'm a little worried about g5 by black. Yeah, that's threatening knight takes f4. There's also another problem. There's a knight h4, yeah. It's all good. Damn, he's trying to blitz me. But eventually, my position is like SpongeBob. It will be absorbing. It's like a giant amoeba. Absorbing the enemy position into our own. And it all goes downhill from there. No, it was a tense battle for a long time. But I was able to keep control of the situation. The space advantage was very good. I'm interested in the opening. So it turns out the b6 looks like a pretty good move. Magnus has had a lot of good results with d5. So d5 is like 300 something games. Castles is a mainline move. But this is interesting. b6 right away. So now I should play g3, bishop e7. Or bishop a6. So is what I did here, trying to learn from my mistakes, is what I did here just harmless now? After knight c3, bishop e7. If g3, it still may not be too late. I could allow something like bishop takes f3. We get a bob position. Trying to take with the pawn and go f5. Not the greatest version of that. But it looks like what I did. And I did think about d5, by the way. Kaidanov played this. And Gaiam. Alright, anyway. Next game. Apostle. Jim is out there with a challenge. The Apostles. Bullbrand Rabbit and e4 e5 chess. e4 e5 chess challenged me to 3+2. If you could re-challenge me, please, to 5+3. 3-2 is a little quick for commentating. Was queen takes f6 better? I don't know. I didn't really see I was going to finish him off as easily after queen takes f6, to be honest. Dude, you're a bullet addict. You need to go to a treatment facility. Maybe I'll start a new business. It's not funny. Like bullet addiction treatment. I'll like rescue people from bullet chess. I'll build a business model out of like fixing people who started to just play bullet chess all the time. I thought the Ultra Bullet was a joke. Like, wasn't it like a April Fool's Day? Didn't it start out as an April Fool's Day joke by lichess? Maybe I'm just naive, but I actually believe that. Ray Robson plays Ultra Bullet. Waste of talent. See, that's the problem, man. The guy's like a genius. Andrew Tang the same. But they're like wasting their time. Man, you only live once. You get to be a grandmaster and then you're going to waste your time playing bullet chess. I mean, you see like Magnus plays, but he doesn't do it all day long. Yeah, this is a major mistake. Black developing the queen early with queen e7. When you play stronger players, Apostle, you're going to learn not to move your queen out early. Most people try to like bring out the queen to a5 or something like that. This is... It's actually not that bad for black yet if you just simply admit your mistake and go back to d8. White's advantage is still only minor. No, Bob, there's a lot of deep strategy to ultra bullet chess. It's like a meme of itself. Bob tries to play real moves in ultra bullet. I mean Jim. That's his problem. Well, I mean, I guess the point is, like, who can play something that's like a semblance of decent chess while not losing on time. There's a certain skill set to that, but it's irrelevant to normal chess. It has no meaning, you know, and it's worth nothing in everyday value. I imagine the only benefit, objectively, to playing bullet chess and ultra bullet chess is that it makes your blitz chess quicker, like with the mouse, to improve your mouse skills. If you're like a serious online bullet player, you could argue that doing that stuff makes you better at mouse quickness, you know, but to try to argue that it has some other value is absurd. Alright, Jim. Yeah, I think it's like a bad drug addiction, man. We're going to start a treatment center, counseling, and then a regimen of real chess time controls. Teach you to slow down. I might have to go back to school and get my master's degree in counseling. And then I'll open my bullet treatment center. For former chess players hopelessly wasting their time. So what are we going to play? I'm a little bit predictable here. Oh, I know what I'll do. Dumb yourself down. Correct. Now I have to play a6. There's no really good move here for black. I imagine e6 is okay. Bishop g4, queen b3 is a problem. So I just have to transpose. Jim, do you know the best line here? We've played this before, but I don't remember if you follow the trend of those other... rook e1. What's that? Rook e1 doesn't look right. Are you playing bullet chess again? I don't know, what the independent value does rook e1 have? Strengthening e5. Are there any different tactics here after queen b3? Queen b3, e6. Queen takes b7, knight a5. Queen b4. Now this is a problem. Maybe he can play it. I think he has to. So maybe this position isn't so bad for him. After knight a5, queen b4. See, normally there's this variation where they put the bishop on f4. If the bishop's on f4 instead of rook e1, I have e5 now, winning piece. But that's not the case. So I have nothing better than to, like, submit to this exchange of stuff. Probably his position is okay. I better exchange this. And queen c6 check is a kind of annoying threat. So this wasn't really right for me. I did not play the best. I suppose now white's kingside is damaged, but he's got his pawn back. Queen c8 is interesting. Queen a4 check, queen d7. Bishop e7, queen c6 check, knight d7. And then something like bishop f4, I can answer. But white is not worse. So Jim is modest. I think he's like saying he doesn't know, but is d5 working because of queen a4 check, Melvin? After knight a5, queen b4, d5 doesn't work because of queen a4 check. I thought. That's the problem. That's why after bishop f4, e5, my bishop comes back to d7. But I don't have bishop back to d7. So none of this tricks work. I'm just... Maybe I'm equal here. Queen c8 looks weird. I really ought to castle. So objectively it's equal. Approximately equal. Though I could see white being better in certain endgames or middle games. Because it was queenside majority. So actually, moves like queen c8 are probably bad for me. I'm probably going into a slightly worse endgame there. He doesn't really have an attack. It's not like a standard Mora where white's playing for some sort of kingside attack. I mean, honestly, like queen c8 probably holds here. Queen b8. Queen b8, b3, queen b7. I'd really like to get some attack on his weakened king side. But it may be like a... That's a very passive move by white. But I'm not sure what I can do about it. Uh-oh. Laser. Hello. But he's got threats. You gotta be careful. But we're stopping f4. So black's pretty solid still. My reaction was bad though. Against rook e1. I have to find a better move. For next time. What's bishop h6? d5. e5. I have a plan. Okay, knight h5 or knight e8. Very strong pawn. Very strong pawn on d5. The more I stream chess, the more I've come to appreciate just how powerful central pawns are, how much they influence the game. What is going on? Totally fearless cheapo threat. Whoa, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? This is a weird idea to play king h8 myself. Man, didn't you have queen h5 there? Why don't I just play like knight g7? That was my original plan. Did he have queen h5? He could sack his queen. If d4 check f3. D takes c. That was a possible variation. Hello. Power of the protected passed pawn. Draco. Haven't played chess in a while. Thanks. He said it's nice to listen to my commentary again. But Jim's he's a really regular opponent of mine here on the stream, though he doesn't play as much as he could. He's a good player. He's addicted to bullet chess. We're trying to cure him. Okay, so I decided to do this eventually. I don't really like exchanging. I don't really like this exchange. But the tension was literally killing me. Alright, so now d4 check. We're only slightly better. I wish I had more. And also I no longer have a protected passed pawn. So that's kind of a problem. It's all good. The c-file is all we've got now, and he can actually sort of stop that up. Nice move, Jim. Jim's driving me crazy. Unbelievable. And now knight c4, what am I going to do about that? And he's fast too. It's all I can do to eke out like a slight advantage. Unbelievable. He's doing great. Not what I expected. Self-pin. How about knight e3? It's a shame, but his knight's strong as well. I don't like this. He had knight d6 before, when I couldn't take it because I lose a rook. I'm still only like a tiny bit better. Paid no attention to his rating. 2104, 2200 in bullet. The blitz rating is a joke. What about the e5 pawn? I really want that pawn. This is kind of a weird upfront move with the queen. But he's just dropping a pawn. He had 96. I mean, that was a really scary move. I'm not even sure what I play. I have to like take it and then play rook c5 or something. But I had the feeling I was in trouble there. mean, I was better almost all the way. I'm only up 1 pawn. I thought I was up 2. If I can get h6, I'll be up 2. I'm just trying to chip away at his structure. The h6 pawn is hard to defend properly. But obviously we're like almost winning at this point. But Jim, I think like at the critical moment when you played knight d6, when you didn't play knight d6, the first interesting moment was here, where you could have played queen takes h5. Queen takes h5, pawn takes h5, bishop here, check, king d8, bishop f6. That's not working. You'd have to take a perpetual bishop h6. But assuming I want to win, I can play d4 check. You can't play rook g2. Knight e4 is interesting, but doesn't do anything. So you probably have to play f3. And that's messed up, because now I can take on c3. Okay, this is stronger than I thought. Because the rook file, the rook's open. Now I'm going to play rook takes d1. Well, no, it's not that bad. You can play rook takes rook, right? But the b pawn's going to hang at the end. Well, let's see. Rook takes, b takes c. I mean, maybe I don't have anything here. Honestly. It's kind of funny. So I have no other choice, though. Otherwise, I allow perpetual or, you know. The engine says I'm winning, but why? Why is this winning? What am I missing here? Or would I have something like rook d1? Wow. I don't know if I would have seen it. I happen to have bishop c5. So anyway, Bob didn't do that, Bob. sorry, Jim. Jim Bob. But Team Jim Bob, knight h5, and then you played f4, and then king h8, and then like b3. So anyways, like it's complicated. I'm better. And then you had this moment where you could have played knight d6. This is a great move. So here. Yeah, I guess I was going to play queen d5. So I'm just slightly better. But I mean, that's what you should do. You're still pretty solid here. You get rid of the knight on f5. Certainly, it's not easy for black to win. Alright, Bold Red and Rabbit, Dracofire. Dracofire doesn't have games. No, he does. Just inactive. Okay. And Akashvili. Akashvili, I don't know how many games you have. Hyperlink's not working. Okay, not enough games. It's a provisional account. Bold Random Rabbit and Dracofire. One last thing before I take the challenge. We can look at this for a second with rook e1. Where's my opening explorer? Why is there no games? It's really strange that no one's played rook e1. It's a totally reasonable move. e6, knight d5. Wow. The gym variation. And now we get a transposition to an actual game. Very interesting. Knight e5. Best move. Strunsky. No, I think you got something there, Jim. Rook e1 is an interesting move. Alright. Bold Ran Rabbit. Yeah, Dracofire. I vaguely remember you'd been on our stream before. Alright. We're taking challenges. I've got about time for 3 more games. Maybe 4. Max. Jim, you played Rook e1 against me before? Is that what you're saying? I've been practicing my e4 games secretly on my guest account on the phone, where I play a lot of computers unintentionally. So my e4 is pretty good. Bold Ran Rabbit plays the Chinese variation. So what did I play last time against you, Jim? I don't recall. Did I react differently? It's funny that I'll oftentimes like react completely differently to the same thing on a different day. I want to play e4 like Schieberspieler. I have a little more experience. So Bold Ran Rabbit played bishop e7. That's the move. He corrected his mistake from the previous game. Bishop e7 is the Chinese defense. So this is like Li Chao or something system for black. It's funny though, this move was unknowns to theory almost completely. Unbeknownst to theory. Can I say unknowns to theory? Oh, I played a Fianchetto type line, but that's different. Against Rook e1, but it's interesting. Wow. No, but I did bishop d7 against you early in one game. That was different. I also played g6 early, but it never crossed my mind when you played Rook e1. I can't do like g6, right? It's not like I can do g6 in that position. So what's up with queen c2 here? I always make fun of that, but it actually looks like a strong move now. Queen c2, knight a6, Alexei Shirov. a3. And then black to play. He's going to have to get creative. Correct? Correct. Playing for control of the center. So now knight a6, a3, and then what do you do? Oh, I see. He might have resources, but I can up the ante as well. This is an interesting struggle. Knight e6, a3, rook e1, rook e8. Sorry, a6, knight a6, a3, rook e8, rook e1. And I don't know what black does. Of course, a rook e1 is slow. But is it really worse than any other line? Oh, he found rook a6, knight a6. What a surprise. I gotta stop saying moves against this guy. He's obviously listening to the stream. That's tricky though when I'm playing a competitive game rather than analyzing Mr. Coffee didn't have the power to instigate. What is the word I'm looking for? I have so many problems with words. Whatever. Mr. Coffee couldn't implement. That's the word. Oh, you found Rook E8. Nice job. He sees everything. But now, I've won control of E4. No, I mean, honestly, I think the problem is, let's see, C6, knight C3. His problem is this position. He's trying for too much. Like, Li Chao just plays knight takes knight. You're supposed to play knight takes knight, pawn takes knight, bishop takes D3, queen D3, and white has a tiny advantage. But Bull Random Rabbit is, like, greedy, and he wants more than this, like, passive, solid position. I think you're just supposed to exchange all the pieces there and play for a draw. That's the basic idea. But you're greedy. So knight c3 takes, bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, we're up a pawn. Simple. Chess is easy. But in all seriousness, that variation is very solid. This is a 1500, supposedly. But his opening play is like a 2200. So I think that's an interesting moment where you could play bishop g6 here. Keep the tension, keep the pin, and how do I protect d4? It might be slightly better. Now he has some sort of weird tactics. I mean, like, bishop takes d4 is possible there. Bishop takes d4. It works. Like magic, but if bishop d4, bishop g5 looks kind of unclear. Then he has to play f6. Yeah, I guess he's losing a piece. Maybe it doesn't work. I take it back. So now we're up a pawn. Still, that's pretty good. And the black knight is on a6. Every chance to win against average player here. Now this seems kind of surprising to play bishop e7. My bishop is extremely strong. I mean, that piece is just monstrously strong. I would not hesitate to exchange it. I think the black may be like trying to keep pieces on the board because he's down material, but sometimes you have to make an exception to the practical rules. When this bishop is this strong, you can't leave it there, dominating the board. You can if you want to, but he just dropped a piece. Mate. Dropped a mate. So we'll take a look at the opening for a second after this game is over. I want to see that that's the right variation. He's supposed to trade on c3 and d3. Let me see. Castle. Even Caruana's getting in the act and playing this. But originally it was the Chinese guys. Bishop e7. Rook e1 is the main move. But my move, I don't understand how we're going to play this. I mean, there is a line where you do like rook e1, knight c3. c4, it seems better. Okay, so now black takes on c4. And you play a Queen's Gambit accepted. I think this makes a lot of sense. It's a dynamic position, IQP. But chances for both sides. Okay, so that's the correct move. He plays this, it's too passive. In fact, I make a mistake, so I should play Queen c2 right away. Mamanjarov, old game from 2005, lost here. You can't get out of the pin. So my move's actually a chance for you to escape. This isn't that bad. You're only slightly worse here. Instructive. Okay, next game. Dracofire. So we learned something there. My browser loads slow. It does. I probably need to close to clean it or something, or clean the cache. I don't know. Is there any reason why it would load slow? You can think of? I think my whole laptop is slow. It may not just be my browser. Alright. It's like 100 degrees in my office. Probably not the best conditions for a computer. I'm not sure if that affects it. I mean, I've got like reasonable ping here. I should have a better machine. Like, definitely. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this sort of budget laptop. I wanted something small and portable. I hate like lugging like huge big laptops like on the plane and stuff when I travel, because I'm usually going abroad like twice a year or something. I could just get a desktop, but I hate that it's not portable. Dracofire is really slow. The best solution would be to just get a kick-ass laptop. I don't want to get a desktop where it's like stuck, and I can't take my desktop. I'm moving from the United States to Budapest every 6 months or something. The desktop just doesn't make sense, you know. I need something portable but powerful. So Dracofire here is a strong player. I mean, he's like 1900. No reason to be pessimistic. I'll get another laptop and give this to my kids or something. It's just really weak. Don't buy a Lenovo or an Asus. So, alright, we haven't played this in ages. We're going to play this. Bishop takes c3 check. A Lenovo ThinkPad. Lenovo is connected to, is what used to be IBM. Because this Lenovo sucks. I've got like a small Lenovo notebook. My son has a better computer than I do. He has like a, what is it? HP. Does that seem right? Can't remember now. Maybe not. But whatever. I want something more durable. Knight f6 I'm not sure about. Maybe I should play queen a5 right away. I think knight f6 might be a mistake here. Bishop h6 looks suspicious. He might be he might be in need of bishop d2 soon. So bishop, yeah, delaying queen a5 might have been a good move on my part. I don't know where this variation stands, theoretically. I like the idea of playing the Rubinstein system. This is the only try. But white is white. I remember my friend Dave played this against Smirin once, and Smirin was like offering a draw after 10 moves with white. That's how bad his position was. But there have to be good ways to play this with white. The only good Lenovo is a dead Lenovo. Alright. But all jokes aside, I'm very disappointed with my laptop. Knight e4. Open the door. Knight e4, rook g8. Sorry, knight e4, bishop g7, rook g8. Getting ahead of myself. I'm actually threatening nothing if I play knight e4. So, white's trickier than I thought. We have to be careful here. But I have d6, bishop f5. Bishop h6 isn't that stupid, if it works. I have an Apple IIc in my storage unit. Maybe I'll fire that up. It still works. I wanted to do the retro stream, the Chessmaster 2100. I think I still have Chessmaster 2000. It'd be funny. I never got around to it though. It's still possible. If I can ever go back to the United States. If there's still a country to go back to next year. I'm glad I didn't sell my Apple IIc though. My estate sale. I'm sure I could have sold it or sold it on eBay. But I decided to hold on to it. Just for the retro stream. Wow, 93, Dracofire. Using time wisely. Unlike most people. So, 95, queen d4. I could play rook g8. I mean, it's not such a stupid move. Normally I'm ganging up on this pawn on c4, the double pawns in general. That's our strategy. Bishop f5, knight f5, pawn f5, rook g8, bishop f6, ef6 with tripled pawns. How do you guys like that? Good line? Not really thrilled about that bishop g7 thing. This isn't really the way I would play if I hadn't played chess in a while with white. Like, pretty uncompromising. Maybe good, but takes a lot of calculation. But I don't understand queen c2. This looks like a loss of time. Now it is possible to play Knight e4. But I'm not sure I want to do that. I would rather develop, I think. I think he could have played maybe rook b1 to tie me down to b7 and threaten rook b5 in some variations. Still he can. Yeah, now we just win a pawn. Which way? I lose control of e4. Interesting. So white still has some compensation with the two bishops. Had. I like g3 there. Is my queen trapped yet? Jack of Fire is pretty good, honestly. The fake castle. You like that? You fake castle. Pseudo castle. You gotta give Dracofire credit here. You gotta give him credit, man. Wow. And he still has threats? My king is not safe where it stands. Now f6. Spider. Spider. It's a baby spider. Distracted by baby spider. The Dracofire likes the time delay. He's like me. He likes playing with the time delay. I mean increment. Why am I calling it time delay? I don't know. Kind of a freak. No matter what I do, he keeps having weird traps and stuff. We're finally coordinated. Not a weak player. All those puzzles paid off. Spider, are you biting me? Alright, that was a battle. We got time for one more game. Who's going to be the next victim? 5+3 challenges are open. And then we've got Sunday streams, streamer battle app to send a reminder. Streamer battle reminder coming out. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream. Bob Sack. Of course. Warmed up and ready to go. Dracofire, good effort. Not bad, but difficult to play those kind of positions. It takes a lot of energy to play white. One of my most brilliant games I won in a structure like that with white. But it took incredible energy. Bob Sack, otherwise known as Steinitz. Asturbate's been quiet. He must be sleeping. So a lot of people like queen takes d4. And I think there's something to be said for that. Let's play it. It's difficult to recommend which is better. E takes d4, knight takes d4, or queen takes d4. I used to think this was weaker, but I also like overvalued bishops, I think, as a younger player. Bob with a novelty. Wow. Queen f6. Unprincipled. But interesting. e5 is possible. What about bishop g5? He just trades queens, and I have a bishop on g5. It's stupid. Maybe queen a4. Still black can hold. Knight c3 is much more natural if I'm not going to do anything. Interesting move. Totally violating principles. Everything that I try to teach people here. With black too. Like with white, if you did like queen f3, probably you could get away with it. But trying to do this with black is asking for trouble. I still don't know what the best move is. Interesting. Queen a4, possibly. That's really committal. Alright, I'm unsure about the best move for white. I'm playing the Scandinavian. I really don't know. Queen d3 is interesting. Knight c3 trades queens. Queen e3. Even queen c4 is a weird move. Queen d3 kind of felt correct. We're out of there. Kids out, Papa home. That's what was handed down from the Lasker school. Bob. The king must be safe. Principles. Knight c3, knight d5. So, now I would love to rip this open with e5, but I don't really see how it works. So I'm going to have to settle for more straightforward developing. Try to exploit the exposed queen with either bishop g5 or knight d5. Bob's playing like he's playing the black side of a scotch, it looks like. I've got another challenge. Unclear if I'm going to have enough time to accept it, possibly. Guys, please support the stream and subscribe. Oh, Zen Chess. Now I have to. What happened, Zen Chess? You just woke up? We haven't seen Zen Chess in ages. Bam. Knight e5. Damn, Bob is in trouble. Bob is toast. An instructive victory for white. Then we'll take on Zen Chess. 26-month subscriber. He's practically a founder like Bob. Yeah, it's over. Good game, Bob. Nice knowing you. Can't believe you went queen f6 on me. But it was instructive for the viewers. It was like a classical game from 100 years ago. NN versus Lasker. Alright. We got one last challenge from Zen Chess. Thanks, Bob, for sacrificing yourself for the benefit of the stream. So Zen Chess is loaded up with his Grand Prix attack or something like that. I'm not going to play the Scandinavian with knight f6, man. Too well prepared. Knight f3. This is suspicious. What are you going to do? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to play the closed Sicilian. Highly suspicious. He always plays the Grand Prix attack closed Sicilian. Now, I vaguely remember you mentioning something, Zen Chess, about maybe changing what you're playing. You have a lot to learn. Right. It's a big deal. Huge amount of theory. Attempting to learn the white side of open Sicilian. But I think you're pretty sharp tactically, you know. You would probably do well playing the white side of the open. But then again, like, we could say the same thing about, like, Morales. Plays a lot of Grand Prix attacks. He's a good attacker. I mean, the benefit of the closed Sicilian Grand Prix attacks is that you just don't have to spend time learning openings. But it doesn't favor players who are tactically gifted. So f3, this is a pain. Now, this is a player who probably wants to play an English attack. So I've got to play this lame variation to avoid the stupid English attack. I had a draw with a 2200 playing this with black, and I swore I wasn't going to play it anymore. It was just too easy for him to get a draw or be slightly better. F3 is a good system. The best move is E5, but I'm not that familiar with it yet. I really need how to learn. I need to learn how to play E5. But you would probably know it better than me. If you studied that at all, that's all it would take to have an inherent advantage. I have really no book knowledge of E5. I tried to play it in one game in here. It feels like I'm playing a Najdorf with my knight on c6. It's just really weird. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream this week. Last chance to donate for the month of July. Tomorrow is the 1st of August, new month here on Twitch and lichess. Tomorrow's my day off, 1st of August. And then Sunday we're going to be back with 2 streams. Can't say enough good things about this pawn on d5. I love you, pawn on d5. You are my sunshine. Jim, thanks. The last of the donations for the month of July. Jim's last 100 bits. He donates to the stream. This is not really the best variation for white. After d5, ed5 is the most common. Hebden played queen e2 against me, which is an interesting variation. Maybe not dangerous, but tricky. I've been playing this line for like 20 years. Now c5. I love you, pawn on d5. I love you, pawn on d4. But do we put the bishop of death on the long diagonal? If you want to be tricky, you can play like bishop e7 first. But the one thing you don't want to let happen here, under any circumstances, is wait to set up a sort of Nimzowitschian blockade on the c5 square, like Jim would like to do. And you don't want your pawns to get blockaded. Then we don't love our... He scored big on the scam. Is he like a chess cam girl pimp or something? That's his extracurricular work. Bishop d3, wow. Just putting that bishop in striking distance. What are you trying to do, man? What are you trying to do? Castle kingside? Better behave yourself. I'm a little concerned about the obvious here. f5. I don't want that to happen. You were living in Romania at some point? That's awesome. Romanians are working all over Europe. It's usually the other way around. I think I'm going to become like a bullet chess counselor, addiction counselor for bullet chess, and maybe subsidize that with being a chess pimp. I'm a little old to be a chess pimp, but you're never too old. Alright, bishop c6. This is kind of a slow move, but I like it there. Then there's bishop e7. Why do we have to fianchetto? Maybe bishop e7. The bishop looks both ways. Queen b8, queen c7. Electroshock. That's awesome, man. Great idea. g5 could just knock him out, undermining his center at one point. But basically, Zen chess is really tricky tactically. You got to be really careful with him. Maybe he did make the right decision quitting the Grand Prix attack. He didn't say quit, but he's also excellent at time management. See, I'm keeping my king in the center. Keep him guessing. I would seriously consider playing g5. French defense style. See, he's all over this now. He wants to become Aaron. g5, interesting. Double-edged continuation. c4 is a cool idea. What am I going to do? Castle queenside? If I do g5, I'm going to have to castle queenside, which is crazy. It's really crazy. So I'm not going to do that. But now c4. He can't help himself. He's still going to play the Grand Prix attack. He's turning it into a Grand Prix attack. By locking the pawns and stuff. It's like addicted. I mean, I could play bishop e5, but I don't see much there with that. How's my knight doing? Maybe knight b6? Yeah, this is pretty good blockade for white. Pretty good blockade. Blockadeovich. He's still playing the Grand Prix attack. It's ridiculous. I need a good square for my knight. This is the wrong square. Whoa. Yeah, dude, maybe you should just play the Grand Prix attack. Forget about the Open Sicilian. You're just gonna, like, force that type of position anyway, every game you play. I think you're too addicted to switch. Thanks, Jim, for the donation, 100 bits. And, well, I think we're gonna... What did you call it? What do you call it, Bob? Home castles? Fake castle. We're fake castling again. Home style castles. It's home style. Like, I don't know the rules. It's a good hustle. What are you going to do, F5? Oh, imagine that. Damn it, dude, he sees everything. Okay, what's bishop e3 about? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I have a4. There's no way to maneuver here, anything. h5, queen f3, and all that stuff. But I don't really know what to do. I'm playing the Gurgenidze Caro-Kann. It may just be so blocked I can't make progress. He found that. I can, like, predict his moves before he even makes them. I saw this position like 5 minutes ago. How the hell do you make progress here? a4, I guess. I don't have knight takes e5. Yeah, Zinchus, I wouldn't bother with the Open Sicilian, dude. Just do what you do normally. He finally blundered. Rook takes f4. Lost his concentration or something. Trying to stir up complications now. Oh my god. He's addicted. think I'd actually have some threats here. Yeah, so I think before he blundered, you're doing pretty good. It looks like it's like a fortress. If we just keep this position, I'm threatening a4 eventually. It's a pretty good game. But eventually he cracked and dropped his f-pawn. Black is slightly better, according to the engine. I'm threatening a4. Yeah, alright, it's a tough position. I'm slightly better. Zen chess with 1 inaccuracy, 19 cent upon loss. Let's see what my final total was. Guys, we're going to be back on Sunday. I'll send you a reminder email to everybody who's a member. Yeah, I think Brittany finally got tossed in jail. Sorry, Bob. They're probably going to marry like Charles Manson or something. What do we have? 17 cent upon loss, 2 inaccuracies. Alright guys, we're going to be back on Sunday. 6:30 is our simul. 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday is the team battle. Schieberspieler, myself will be playing. Should be a strong team. Thanks everybody for supporting the stream, watching. And yeah, Zen was doing alright until this point when I played Rook H5. Queen F3 seemed okay to me. So Rook D3 was a bad move? Why? Queen G4 right away. He could have played. Black is a tiny bit better. Anyway, guys, I will see you on Sunday. Thanks for watching. From the pond to myself, have a great weekend. I will see you on Sunday.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Bob. I'm glad you like my voice. You don't want me to have a high voice. That would be creepy. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.